Good morning, everyone. Thanks very much for joining me. It's a beautiful morning this morning, really bright and nice and cool though. It's got a combination between coolness and warmth. And I hope all's been well with you. If you're joining me later on in the day or at some future date, you can just see the sunlight absolutely lighting up my face when I go from shadow to light. And good morning to those of you who have just joined me live. You just see me walking along a light and shaded area. I'll listen to that bird song. Good morning, Anne. Lovely to see you. Hope you had a nice start to your day. Good morning, Margaret. Lovely to see you too. Oh, there's a noisy motorbike going by, but I prefer the sound of the birds and sound of the leaves blowing in the wind. I'll listen to that. So it's blowy, but it's not unpleasantly so. Everything's nice and easy. No rush. I'll just change the camera direction. And you can see the trees just being gently blown by the wind, and those gorgeous array of colours of shades of green. Such a nice sort of soft sound, even though it's quite strong. So we switch on the mindful part of our brain, which my understanding is it's a combination of the prefrontal cortex and the neocortex, and it's the part of the brain that seems to be able to control our reactions better, so almost like your wiser self. Good morning, Alison, lovely to see you. So yeah, this part of the brain more or less sort of says, hold on a minute, we're in no rush. Speaking of no rush, a wee blackbird I think it's a young one, seemed to be in no hurry for getting away from me. Still there in the branches. I don't know if you can see them. See a little thing just hopping away. They're absolutely lovely just now, the blackbirds. Just very gentle little souls. I'll go into Badger Wood just now. And everything seems a bit softer, more soothed. I'll just go straight down this way. I haven't been down this way for a while. It's a much narrower path, much more overgrown. Then it opens out, but we think these paths were created actually by the badgers over a long number of years, not human paths particularly. Now we're in the realm of leaves on the ground that are still dried and a bit crunchy sounding. Isn't that a lovely view? The sort of brown leaves floating and all the upright trunks and the green all around them. So we'll just go down here a little. Going easy. So yeah, the prefrontal cortex, neocortex, seems to be the area of the brain that says, let's not rush to decisions, let's not overreact, let's take our time. And it's as if we have got that almost as a brake, like in a car. But we seem to have forgotten how to press the brake. So mindfulness helps us retrain or build that muscle, if you like, so that it's more likely to respond in situations. I'll just meander through this. That's a lovely little area of ivy and the old dead leaves. I just have to meander my way through this. Now we're above the burn. You can just see it through here, maybe a better view here. Just there we go. And look at that, all that wild garlic down there. Softer coloured, it's getting lighter. I don't know if that's lack of sunlight in comparison. But not the white, the leaves seem a nice, gentler coloured. Whereas here, just notice this, they're definitely darker and brighter. So I think maybe the sunlight darkens the leaves, whereas if it's more hidden away, it lessens. Anyway, that's my brain switching on, that's my thinking brain, which I'm not supposed to be doing just now. So let's just change attention to the beautiful moss and creepers and ivy growing up this particular tree. It's like somebody's thrown down a bunch of ropes. Look how finely they attach to the tree and how beautiful those markings are on the tree. Gleaming just now. That's not even in the sunlight. Over there's the sunlight. And that looks an interesting space to go to. And things are quiet. And the sound of the birds and the sound of the leaves blown in the wind. It's just a gorgeous combination. We're down to an area that I've visited now fairly recently. Look at these ferns just blowing in the wind. Oh, they're almost as if they're closing up to let me past. Opening up again. How lovely is that? And this is a dead tree. You can see nothing growing. Those leaves to the left and above it are from the other trees. So it's dead, but it's like a sculpture. Look at here, so there's another 5 would-be trunks coming out of it. And wrapped around it is an ivy that has become its own tree essentially along this way. Untangle my wire. And astonishing things growing at every direction, every angle. So we're now getting down to closer to the burn. Unfortunately, somebody's left a shopping bag. Oh, here's a nice image. The diagonal tree trunk, the beauty of the reflection of the burn gleaming, so it's white, and then these soft colours of the wild garlic, lit up now a bit by the sun. So we'll see, do I get down there? Nah, I won't bother trying to get down there. It's a wee bit, not steep getting down, it'll be steeper getting up. That might be the problem, especially if I'm holding onto a phone. But look at this gorgeous little area. Absolutely, completely surrounded by wild garlic. There's 4 trees actually, 2 of them pretty close to one another. And that one in the middle, just probably another 2 trees wrapped around one another, and with the creepers. Just beautiful combination. And then there's a big rise up there to where I came. And you look up and you see things blowing gently, subtly. And the sounds are more pronounced and more blunt and in your ears than normal because of the wind. It's strong, but that then brings in your awareness of the bird song. And there's the sun coming out again. Look at the change in the light of the leaves and this amazing kind of tapestry of ivy creepers coming down from way up there. You've gone all the way up and then hanging like a curtain all the way down, right down towards the burn again. And then there's that tree. Is it one tree? Is it 10 trees? Who knows? I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 branches going across, right across the burn. Amazing. So we'll move this way. There's a big metal or cloth thing. There again, human neglect, I think you could probably put it that way. But then you've got just the beginnings of some lovely reflections of two trunks across the burn, just reflecting in the water here. Just gentle sounds of birds. I'm looking beyond this little clear area. Just it's almost like a semi-opaque wall of green right at the back of it. Oh, and then again the sun comes back out. It's like giving us a sound and light show. And how brightly those leaves shine, despite being, look at that. That's beautiful. So it could be that you're looking at the sea, shallow sea, and you're seeing the waves flowing over it. Not that much different. And then look at when the sun goes behind the cloud. Utterly changed. Good morning, Gareth. Good morning, Gordon. Good to see you both. So I'll make my way back up here. That was really nice. Lovely, beautiful views. Look at the gentle, slender curve of this trunk. Never thought of it before that we call an elephant's thing a trunk, because that's exactly what this looked like. When I gazed at it, I thought, gosh, it's just like an elephant's trunk, or even an elephant's leg. But the use of the word trunk, obviously somebody got the idea from whichever one, presumably the tree came first. On here again, just this gorgeous glimmer of light on the ground and on the trunks and on the leaves, and that intermingling of light and shade. I wonder what that moss would look like in the sunlight. It's not going to get it though, it's just the wrong place just now, or wrong time of day. And all is good. And that's an interesting thing to say, a classic feeling, I think, when you get outside and you're mindful and you start to just absorb, as we do, experiences of images and sounds and fresh air. And it arises in our mind automatically. All's good. Regardless of the issues we face, problems we may have, circumstances maybe unique to us, it still comes up and it says, yeah, but right now, all's good. That's beautiful. Look at this. All's good. And nature will take its course, and we're part of nature, so we'll be subject to the ups and downs that nature brings, and all of that's good. It's part of the pact that we didn't agree to, but we have to adhere to when we're born, is that if you're part of life, you have to take the good and the bad. I guess the wisdom of mindfulness is learning to do that well, learning to accept the difficulties and not let them subsume you, and enjoying the joys like these beautiful trees and creepers. And this is actually a badger set. I'll just finish going up there. Hopefully, I think I should be able to get up. It's not terribly steep. And the leaves will help, I think. Oh, look at this triangular spider's web on that fallen, broken branch. Oh, that's remarkable. Going right in. And in there, behind it, is one of the badger's sets. Although it looks closed up, I've seen them go in there on film. And this is on a ridge. There we go, just about up. There's a lovely little formation. That looks almost like a modern art sculpture, something like the Dadaists or the Surrealists would do. But in there is a big one. Has to go in via, because it couldn't uproot the roots. But that's 1, 2. Little one in there. 3, and another big one. Main one, I think. 4. Just on this little ridge going down. I'll show you it maybe better from above, and then I'll leave you. Film down here a few times if you don't want to do it too much. Otherwise, it's maybe scare them off with some light. So it's on that little ridge there. 4 badger holes. It's absolutely amazing. So I'll leave you on that with the sun just coming back out again. Well, come out for maybe 10 seconds. Lighten up down there. And I'll just walk in silence now, in the quietness, and enjoy the bird song and the leaves for the next 30 seconds or so as I make my way home. But everyone, have a lovely day today. Get out if you can, and if you're not able to get out, I hope this has given you some sense of the beauty of what we're part of. And I'll see you a future time. Take care now. Bye. Thanks everyone. Just going into the yellow zone just now. Okay, take care everyone. Bye now.